Hello, everyone, and welcome once again to Ghost Reviews. I am Ghost, and I will be giving you commentary on this current speed draw, which is basically just an emo cat boy. So, yeah, let's get into it. Make yourself comfortable, get a cup of coffee or tea or, I don't know, water. Yeah, and I will tell you guys a little bit of background about this QE. So, first up, this sweet little boy is one of the Merryweather apartment characters. He is actually, I think I made him the main character. He is the main character of the characters who live in a cheap ass apartment complex until they kind of get to sort their own lives out and get to live like normal humans, you know? Nah, they're just unfortunate people in unfortunate circumstances. And in the last video, I actually talked about Casey, who is the shut-in, and Fujoshi, and also the only female in the group. Meaning that this time, of course, I will be talking to you about the second member, or actually the main character of the group, this emo boy, Bart. Now, his full name is actually Bartholomew Clawthorne, but Bart, I think, is okay. And no, I did not get it from The Simpsons, guys. Oh, no. So Bart is a spoiled brat in his first year of university. Or actually, he just goes off to university when the story gets written, so he's actually like 18 going on 19. Sorry, guys, he's like super young. I do apologize. And he really doesn't have to study in university, right? Since his parents are absolutely loaded, and his little side job, in inverted commas, gains quite a lot of income. And of course, I would like to mention what he does, but in fears of YouTube taking down my video, I'd rather just hint to the fact that he sells pictures to a select group of individuals on the internet. But anyway, he ends up in the apartment complex right after his parents find out, since they don't want such filth in their house. So, yeah, it's pretty damn brutal, but it happens. And his little side job actually does not stop, even though he is in this weird ass apartment complex, and he suddenly adopts a nightlife, which makes him slowly lose his ability to talk to normal people, you know, in a civil manner about non taboo topics. So yeah, he's a rebellious little brat, but I love him so much. I cannot tell you. He's a horrible person, but just like Bakugo, I love him. But anyway, let's move on to discussing the drawing. This specific boy, this character over here, he literally has the coolest outfit I have ever seen and ever created. And yes, it is something that I would wear if my body would allow it, but unfortunately I don't have such skinny, lanky limbs, so... But I think with the color scheme you guys could probably recognize, it looks a lot like Mia from Skate the Infinity. It's a great show, by the way, please check it out. But that boy is literally the cutest little baby that I have ever seen in any show. He's also like, he thinks a lot of himself, but kind of justifiably so, because everyone else is like a complete idiot. And yeah, and he was the main reason I decided to create some sort of cat boy to begin with. Not a furry, I just like cat boys. And yes, Bart's original concept back in 2022 was to be an emo cat boy with glowing green eyes and some next level horniness like a cat in heat. Don't ask me why, I thought it was a good idea. His original concept kind of gave an unnatural feel, like that uncomfortable cringe factor that you usually see when you see cosplayers on the internet, and I did not want to give that to him because he wasn't cringy, he was just very full of himself. So I decided to get rid of that little bell collar he had around his neck and the cat ears, and wanted to make him look a little bit more publicly acceptable. Like, you can be an emo, you can have tattoos on your body, but the moment they see those damn cat ears, they're like, oh, nope, gotta get out of here. So, yeah. Instead of that, I decided to give him cute little black earrings, limited his color palette to not have pink in it, and to not have purple and green next to each other, because that kind of screamed a bit to me. And yeah, I just wanted to give him a classic emo t-shirt, but not a wolf boy. I think he's got two of these kinds of shirts, though. He's got a bleeding heart and he's got a cat paw. And I think one is a cat face, actually. Yeah, that was his, like, very first concept, where he had a cat face on his shirt. I would love to show that to you guys, but I think I misplaced the paper somewhere, so I do apologize for that. I could have actually given him gray and green stripes, but I kind of like the white and green. I don't know, black and purple and white and green, it's kind of like contrast in the same drawing, and I love it. And so much research actually went into this guy's outfit, and like the jewelry and the belt and the everything. But I wasn't just researching on his outfit, I was researching on all of it, so. Anyway, the main idea I had was with the color scheme, and it was to be neon/emo, kind of more neon actually, but like a dark neon. Yeah, and that means I could have added more like blues, like that kind of periwinkle blue, and probably like a bright fuchsia pink kind of thing. But I decided against it because I already had so many colors in this guy, I couldn't really deal with another one. So, and I wanted to give him that little fang, the cute little fang that I love adding in my characters. Not two fangs, but just one to hint to the fact that his original concept was a cat boy. Then, of course, we've got the chain, and we've got the locket, and the other chain around his belt, and his painted nails, which I love. It's just giving that emo vibe. And, of course, his adorable little shorts. I wanted to add that to kind of give the whole youthful vibe, but not schoolboy youthful, you know? So I don't know if that came across right. I really don't know. He really looks super young, like almost like 15-year-old boy. Oh, I don't know. But I did want all my Merryweather characters to have unnatural hair colors. That was the like main go-to focus for them. And yes, this boy's hair leans a lot towards black. I wanted to kind of have that feeling. But his original hair color was more of a purple, like Gakpo purple, you know, the Vocaloid. And it was a good idea. That color purple, though, kind of screams too much, especially since his eye color used to be like green, a neon green. So I definitely think the dark blue is a better fit for him. But yeah, enough of that. Let's move on to some art tips. So yeah, the first tip I have for you guys is to use a predetermined color palette. It should come as no surprise to you, but that's kind of the first thing that I think about, right? The color scheme. What's the color scheme gonna be? How will the colors contrast with each other? Will they look good, won't they? You know? So, with all my characters, I have like a go-to picture of their original color palettes. Of course, as with any other thing, they do change with time. As I redraw them, as I redesign them, as I add more details and stuff, some colors just don't work that well anymore. But the concept kind of still stays the same. With this character, for instance, I knew from the beginning his colors were going to be mostly black, some white, and purple. Oh, and of course green for his eyes. Black, white, green, and purple. Those were his colors, and I didn't want to change them. I kind of added pink at a stage, but I eventually got rid of it because he is a boy. That was his main focus. He's a boy, he's not a girl, he doesn't need pink, you know? So kind of stereotypical in that way, but I don't know, I didn't like pink all that much. You guys know that from my Angel video. But yeah, so eventually if you just play around with the views that you had, you can get the colors like this picture that I have right now, and yeah, just be able to create a visually pleasing version of your characters. I also forgot to mention this in the last video, but the skin color is also something that you can look at. It doesn't have to harmonize with the clothes, because normal people don't wear clothes that harmonize with their skin. But with Casey, she was a bit tanned. With Bart, he's a kind of more a vampire-esque, like a very light skin color. But Noah, the other character, he's got like way darker skin. And I like the contrast in skin tone. I didn't always add that in like my first group of characters, but with these, I really wanted to kind of make them stand out and especially lean into more of the different like races and stuff because I don't have a lot of variety in it. I focus more on the outfits than on the characters themselves, but I definitely should do a bit of research on especially the different faces and eyes. The eyes are a big thing for me, so he looks a bit Asian to me right now, but he's adorable and I love him. In a way, the next tip, outfit research. Do it. Oh no. Like I mentioned, I put a lot of effort into especially this character's design, which I think should actually be the norm. You find an aesthetic you like, you Google an outfit idea, or a few outfit ideas, and get more or less an idea of what you're looking for. You can save the pictures, you can redraw them in a little book, kind of mix and match, see what works. And don't be afraid to add jewelry and logos and stuff either. Like, I've got the little heart, I've got the locket around the neck with the... What the hell is that? Oh. Oh no, that's a lock. And originally he had a choker. One of his outfits does have a choker. And that is something that I would like to lean into because that is just a cute little thing that I love about him, you know? And it kind of makes him unique, but I saw almost this exact outfit on another character, so he's not 100% unique, you know? Oh no. I remember back when I created my alley cats in the 10th grade that I didn't want to do a lot of outfit research. So I just created a whole bunch of people, I think they were children back then, with different personalities. And I think the main character was the only one whose outfit was predetermined. The others I kind of just felt, oh, you look like a t-shirt type of person. You look like you'd wear a hoodie. You look like a dress. I don't know. You're a dancer. You should probably wear like fitness clothes or something. But you start to notice their lazy designs after a while, and it does kind of feel like something was lacking. Not only were there way too many characters, but the characters that existed were kind of flat and not very multifaceted. Although I did write a lot of stories about them, never posted, never sold, but they kind of helped me. They were the first actual stories that I wrote about after my Teen Titan fanfiction. But they helped me through a very hard part in my life, which was from the 10th grade to the 12th grade, and then at the 12th grade I decided to lean more towards fantasy characters. Yay! But yeah, so that is exactly how much research should go into the characters, especially my newer characters. I would like to do more research about it. Of course, the clowns I did a lot of research when I first created them. And the fantasy characters I also did a lot of research, but nowadays I don't do so much because the research was already done. Does that make sense? But yeah, there still a lot of research goes into like the background, the stories, the environment, everything. And it doesn't really make a big difference if you end up not drawing a background like I did here and with the previous drawing, but it does help kind of create a world in your head and an environment that these characters would live in, you know? So, yeah, that is why a lot of research goes into the character. A lot of time goes into finding references, into finding background, color palettes, and yeah, and of course the drawing actually that happens. People don't often think it takes so long. These two drawings did not take that long, but overall it does take quite some energy. But yeah, guys, that was it. I hope you guys really enjoyed watching this speedrun of the little emo cat boy Bart. He is an asshole for sure, but he's a very lovable one. That's why I keep drawing this idiot. Not always posting it, but he is adorable. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching this far. Your support really means the absolute world to me and makes it able and possible for me to create more content just like this. So thank you guys so much. But don't forget to check out my social media in the description box below to find out other ways that you can support me. Yeah, so unfortunately that does bring us to the end of this video. So please stay safe and I will see you guys next time. Bye!